Howdy y'all, Mach 1 Fireman here, and welcome back to the Conelanders Assetto Corsa Racing League. This is week number 4 with the Nurburgring Sprint GP, one of them, I don't know. And this is the B main feature. Once again, we didn't make it into the A main, but we qualified all right. See us right there in the 6th position out of 14 or 15. So not too bad, not terrible. As you can see, we're right behind Mr. Kirk J. Mack. He joined us for this weekend, and we'll see how things go. So let us take a look at our qualifying lap. All right, here we go. Coming up into the last turn of one of my laps. My out lap, it looks like. Maybe, possibly. Who knows? Or I could have spun out. Who knows? Who knows?
That was not as planned.
No. It's very rarely as planned. No, I'm sorry. That was my second lap. Not my out lap. It was my second lap. So, let's talk about some money. You can see right up there on the top right-hand corner. We're up to $103.50 so far to Child's Play. Halfway through the season, and that number's only going to go up after today. You'll see why. But yeah, so $103 so far. I am very happy for that number. I quite enjoy being able to donate. So yeah, 103 so far. 103 and a half, actually. 103 and a half. Now this track, I still hate this track. I don't like this track. Not even a little bit, because I talked about it yesterday in the heat race. I just, there were certain turns that I just couldn't figure out how to take them. This is one of them. That's probably the best that I took that turn all weekend, and then I screwed it up right here. And you know, I was up over a second on my
You're never
previous
gonna live
time.
that down.
And after that turn before the long stretch here, down to half a second. I lost a half a second in that one turn.
So eminently quotable.
I did enjoy the chicane here once if you got it right. You know, it's just a little slow, but you know, lost another another 3/10.
I own my quotability.
But
I work it.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So here we go. Here's our final time. It is a 1:44.544. So let's get on with the race.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
All right, so I talked about it yesterday a little bit. I'm trying a new starting procedure. I'm actually using the clutch, have it in gear. When the lights go off, drop the clutch and take off. See how it works out. Worked out pretty well. Got a good start on Marzen there. Oh, hello. Well, hello, Marzen. All right, well, let's just go on the outside. Marzen apparently wanted the inside bad. So I'm like, okay, fine. Let him have the inside. We'll go around the outside. There's a lot less chance of us getting run into out here because, you know, people are going to be diving for the inside. So just go around the outside. Don't run into anybody. Doing fine. Jolo, Kurt J. Mack. Marzen, hello, Marzen, still there on the outside. Got a little bump. Yeah, okay, careful. Saved it. All right. I got very good at saving the car at this track. Well, not very good. I got decent at saving the car at this track. I don't know what was different. I don't remember what was different here in the B main versus the heat. Oh crap. Oh.
That was close.
Yeah, very close. I don't know what was different. I was a lot more loose here than I was in the actual heat. So here we go. I got to let up for this. I'm
sorry, Mock. Jeez.
He tried to straighten me out. And
Straightened you out? Oh, no.
No.
I apologize, Mock.
No, you're fine. It was my fault. Yeah, I had to. Because I'm so bad at that turn, I had to let off more than he was probably ready for me to let off. And that was Powers. I had to let off more than he was ready for me to let off, which caused me to slow down way too much in front of him and in that turn, once I got bumped, there's really not a whole lot I could do. He almost got me straightened back out, bumping into me a second time there, but it didn't work. It just didn't.
The last turn is not a second gear turn.
No, Rebel. No, it's not.
No.
So, yeah. Back from...
There had to have been a pretty messy first lap.
Yep. Very. So I was in, what, was I 6th, 7th, something like that, all the way down to 14th. Second to last in the first lap. Yet
Kill anybody.
again, I'm just, this season is just not my season. I don't know what has been going, at least the first half of this season. I can't make it through the first lap. Oh, Les and Shadow got together. Okay, we'll take a position there and end up behind SHADOWWULF here. This was the other turn that I couldn't figure out. I did it okay there. Let Shadow know that I was on his right. Oh my God! I knocked down my braking marker. Oh crap! I knocked it down. Whoops! In that first lap. So let's see how we take it this time. Doing okay. Doing fine.
Just drive.
All right, let's get back over here out of Hyperion's way.
Just keep driving.
And there goes less cubes. And now we're last. Yay, great. See, that, I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry, Ollie.
I hate it.
Sorry, Kurt.
Sorry, Kurt.
No, it's just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Shit.
Was that a sorry, Kurt, that I just heard?
You all know how to beat, right?
If she hadn't brought it to the attention, probably would have never known.
Oh, that was a mess.
There's a lot of...
That's an
That
understatement.
was a cool little pirouette you did there, Ollie.
Unfortunately, I ended up taking Kurt with me by trying to avoid.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
And my reply, well, somebody had to do it.
Gotta break them in.
So all they got, Kurt?
Welcome to the B main, Kurt. Welcome to the B main. So yeah, Ollie apparently got together with Kurt and a couple other people. We need to make sure we watch Ollie's perspective at this race. Because he qualified second, I believe. Mr. Ollie Parsley qualified in second. I don't remember where he ends up. He didn't like the chicane. I didn't like this turn and the turn that I've spun out twice in so far. Viperian off. Don't know he's gone. Okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Ping issue again, maybe? I don't know.
5 frames per second is not good for rowing.
No. In case you didn't hear that, he said 5 frames per second.
That's a serious
Not
question,
good
Rick.
for racing.
Yep.
Oh, almost lost that turn again. Yeah,
that was a
that
project
turn
call.
and the second set of turns, I didn't like them. I didn't like them. They kept causing me trouble. I couldn't handle them. I don't know, and it was even worse here in the B main. For some reason, I was a lot more loose. Marza with the fastest lap. I was a lot more loose
Up the road.
with here in the B main than I was in the heat race. I couldn't figure it out. I don't know.
Did you get good?
I guess it maybe the track temperature is a little lower. I don't know.
Today
I
should be
just
known as the day that Mars
I was a lot more squirrely here
Oh,
than
really?
I
Go that
was
far.
in the previous
temporarily,
race.
at least.
So I'm last, 14 out of 14, but I'm chasing down Les Cubes and SHADOWWULF and Carl PC. Those guys are ahead of me. That got my sights set on Mr. Les Cubes. Let's see if we can't catch up with them. Normally I would fast forward since I'm in last, but I've actually got some people to chase down. So we're gonna leave the footage rolling because it's it's interesting trying to chase somebody down. That turn I had figured out all right. These two turns were the bane of my existence. I could go through it without spinning out, but it was so slow. So slow. SHADOWWULF off, so now we got to chase down SHADOWWULF again, who I was in front of, made a good pass on until I spun out in front of him. Whoops. and I had to slow up for him so I didn't run into the back of him. So, of course, my delta's way off. And again, here's the other turn that I couldn't get. If I got into one of the curbs, I was done for. And of course, I had to pinch down a little bit because Shadow was out there in my where I wanted to go, so I didn't want to run into him because running into people is bad. Yeah, it creates money for Child's Play, but I don't want to do it. That's part of the donation thing. It's a little off on that one, but we're going slow enough, so it doesn't really matter. So good.
Actually, kind of lag it back.
I don't. I don't like wrecking other people. I don't like running into other people. So yeah, let's try not to do that.
That was a little spooky.
We gotta get past SHADOWWULF. SHADOWWULF has very much improved over the past couple of seasons. He's actually keeping up with the rest of the pack now for the most part. He has his troubles still, but he is much improved over previous season. As you can see, he's keeping up. He's keeping up pretty good. Unless as long as he doesn't make any huge mistakes like going too fast and then not paying attention when he comes back on the track. Okay. We'll just, we'll just continue. Dang it. Now we got to chase him down again. I think what happened there was he got out in the AstroTurf and lost it trying to get back onto the track. And that's what I'm going to assume happened. Not that he was, there's a curb. Just take it easy, doing fine. Not that he was just had it full throttle and was trying to get back on the track and get off of the grass. Not that he was trying to get back onto the track at full throttle without really looking or paying attention. I'm just gonna assume that he lost control over there in the in the AstroTurf. So now we got to chase him down yet again. Still in last. Yeah, I made it through that chicane pretty good that time. Pretty well. Caught up with SHADOWWULF. He was having some trouble with the chicane, so we caught back up to SHADOWWULF. Let's see if we can't get past him a little more cleanly this time. Maybe not. He actually got a fairly decent run off of that turn, apparently. And either that or I had a bad one. And here comes Rebel Cowboy. Now, Rebel was up there. Rebel was up in... Careful. I don't remember where Rebel was.
How goes things, Fireman?
And my reply? I've had better days.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that.
Yeah. Last. I've been last. Well, not technically in last because people are pitting, but...
Apparently I forgot how to drive there, Jims.
Lescue's having some troubles. And SHADOWWULF going slow, and we were able to get, hopefully, nope. I couldn't turn fast enough to get onto the inside of him. I had to slow down to keep from hitting him. So he stays in front. But Rebel...
I've forgotten.
Rebel was a high teen, or no, not high teens. I think he was in 10th or 11th or something like that. He was ahead of us, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Andy's already pit, so he's one of the faster cars. I don't need to be holding him up. So if he catches up to us, my plan is to let him go by, because that's what you do when you're running around in last. You don't hold people up that weren't behind you. Rebel was in front of us, so we need to make sure we don't hold him up. Oh, Shadow, careful, Shadow, careful. Do fine. Whew. All right, got around him again. And here comes Rebel. So my plan, now that I'm going real slow.
You just pit now?
Come on around, Rebel. Tell him to come on around. Because, like I said, that's a polite thing to do. That's how it works. He's already pit. He's on a different pit strategy than I am. So let him go. Just let him go by. And here comes Marsden. We're going to have to do the same thing for Marsden because Marsden was like second or third. Whoops. Choo-choo train.
We just followed each other.
My reply. Shortly.
Nothing like a group screw up.
I never thought I'd have to say it, but I was just getting out of Marzin's way. Jokes. So yeah, careful. So yeah, like I said, it's just like being lap traffic. Like I was talking about with Aces California last week. If you're lap traffic, which basically I am at this point because those guys are a lot faster, higher up in position, even though they were just coming out of the pits.
I thought you pitted late.
I'm trying to get out of their way. That's why I went wide on that. Careful, jeez Louise. That's why I went wide on that first turn to get out of Marzin's way. That's why I slowed down in the straightaway to get out of Rebel's way. Because look at them, they're just going. There's no way I'd be able to keep up with them anyway.
Yeah, you're a lap late. Well, maybe yours is a little worse than mine.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why. That's why I did what I did. Now, taking a look at my tires, we're coming up on the halfway point after this lap. I'm taking a look at my tires, and I'm like, those tires aren't bad. They're not terrible.
I think there's a couple of us might be in trouble if that's true.
Probably.
Coming out of the pits.
My tires aren't terrible. Granted, I am sliding around a little bit, but I'm trying to catch up to Shadow, which again I never thought I'd say. I'd try to keep up with Shadow and catch up to him and get past him again. It says we're in 12th, but we're not really in 12th because people are coming out of the pits. Now, we got Kurt J. Mac behind us. I don't know what happened to Kurt. I don't know if he will upload any of these videos from this weekend because he did not have a very good weekend. I don't know that he'll upload any of them, especially probably not this B main here. But I don't know why Kurt is behind us. I don't know if it's because he was in the pits or if he spun out and I missed it.
Well, I'm trying to stick with you without him.
Stupid freaking turn. I hate that turn. I hate that turn so much. So I don't know. I don't know how Kurt ended up behind us. So I don't know if I'm going to let Kurt go when
Your braking distance is obviously quicker than mine.
Yeah. When Kurt catches up to us, if he catches up to us, I don't know that I'll be letting him go because I can't remember. And he's one car behind us. So yeah, I don't know. All right, Shadow got a little loose there again, and hopefully we can get past him this time without any problems.
Look good on my screen.
And all right, we're ahead of him. We're ahead of him. He's gonna have a run. Hopefully not gonna do anything crazy going into the chicane. All right, he's next to us now. Too wide going into the chicane. Not where you want to go too wide. I make sure I take the inside, and he backs off, which is good. Good job. Good job, Shadow. And he's going into the pits. So now that we're away from SHADOWWULF, we're going to see if we can't put some distance on him. We'll see if we can't put some distance on him and try to get away from him, because I'll be pitting.
That was almost ugly, Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'm talking about that chicane there. I try to put some distance on him, and again, same philosophy. Here comes Panda out of the pits. I know that Panda was ahead of us, so we're gonna go wide here and tell Panda. Go, Panda, go. I tell him go, Panda, go. And there you go. Of course, now my tires are starting to be a little unhappy, which is really bad for me considering how badly I take these turns. And I blame that one on Panda. Yeah, I blame Panda for screwing me up on that one. No, that's not Panda's fault. And here's Kurt J. Mac behind us. And again, I don't know if Kurt's already pit or what. I don't know what's going on with Kurt. So I'm debating, do I let him go or not? I'm thinking no. I'm thinking that he's back there because of unfortunate issues, kind of like the same reason that I'm back here. Also, Kurt did not Kurt did not have any practice before this race. His practice was qualifying for the heat race. That was the only practice he got. So that's how he ended up in the B main to begin with, and that's how I think that he ended up in the back of the pack in the B main. So here we come into the chicane. It says we're in 8th place. We're not really in 8th place. we're gonna pit, and you'll see. Let's see where we end up. And there goes Kurt J. Mac. Bye, Kurt. So it could have been Kurt's in ninth position. We'll find out at the end of the race. I got to get my mouse together because I know the pick and fig is probably not going to work because it hasn't worked since I picked the damn thing up. I did a little practicing with it. I think I talked about this in the heat race. I did a little bit of practicing with it, and it worked half of the time. I don't know what's going on with it. So my mouse was in the middle of the screen. Where's it at now? Who knows? Way off to the left somewhere. I'm debating, do I want tires? No. How much fuel do I add? Who knows? Let's add that much. And yes. Okay. There we go. So another, I don't know, what's this, 45-second pit stop? Who knows? But I'm surely not taking tires because it's going to be, the pit stop's going to be bad enough. So, yeah, no, I'm not taking tires. Stay inside the white line. SHADOWWULF did take tires. I heard him talking about that. So I know that he's behind us on better tires, but still behind us. Got a little bit of a gap on him, so that's good. Ollie Parsley looks like
y'all have to look over
in second place. So that's good. Good job, Ollie. SMARTPIPE, of course, is way up there. He's way ahead of everybody.
My tires are still blue.
SMARTPIPE, he's something else, man. When he decides he wants to win a race, he goes off, like all Sharky on everybody on the B-mains. It just takes off and leaves, and nobody ever catches him. And that's what it looks like is happening today. I don't know. I don't know if Ollie had pit. I guess Ollie's in the pits now. That's how he ended up in second. Same thing with Les Cubes. It says he was in second. Les Cubes may be in second. I don't know. I don't know. So now we're halfway through the race. We got about 6 laps to go, and we're in no man's land. Trying to catch up with Jimps, who's 10 seconds ahead, 12 seconds ahead, and Powers and Carl PC. They got a good battle going on. So we need to make sure we watch their videos. But now,
are you taking tires?
It's just
Come on.
me.
Look good, feel good.
It's just me. Riding around by myself on a track that I hate with tires that are steadily getting worse.
I'd ask you not to Verstappen it up.
This is not going to be fun. This is not going to be fun. All right. And basically, every turn now for me is a don't spin out. It's a don't spin out turn is what it is. And come to find out, it looks like Kurt was actually in ninth place. So had he caught up with me, I would have had to let him go because he's not at the back of the pack with us. So careful. So good job, Kurt. Good job on you.
Yeah, that happened to me.
Les Cubes, SMARTPIPE, trading places. Can't tell if Les Cubes is in the pits. I don't have the. There are some apps out there that careful. There are some apps out there that will show up on the screen and say who's in the pits and whatnot. But I don't. For me personally, I don't like all those apps on my screen. I feel like they just kind of get in the way. I like having all of the stuff. Like, you see how I got the apps set up?
Pit already?
Got the tire pressures over there on the left behind the bar. That doesn't get in the way of the course, the track at all. And none of my apps that you can't see through are up in my field of view of the track itself. Everything is down on the dashboard. The only thing that's not is the delta, obviously, which you can see, which is not. It's not obtrusive. It's not obtrusive at all. And the other one is the heads-up display with my gears and the speed and all that stuff. And they're talking about SMARTPIPE. Take it off. And so with that, it's just numbers. They don't really distract away from me. And there's, I don't know how everybody else does it, but most of the time, I need to know what my speed is going into turns. That's how I determine.
I don't know how they beat us.
Whether I'm going to make the turn or not. Some people can do it on feel. Some people just know how fast they have to go.
Having to qualify again.
I'm not one of those guys. I have to know the speeds.
When the fact that they're like 3 to 4
so
seconds
I don't know. I didn't know where else to put it. I had to put it where I could see it when I changed my microphone. When I changed my field of view, I had to move that heads-up display because it just wasn't showing up like I wanted it to. Yeah, I did all right on that turn that time. That time. This track, I don't know what it was about this track, and I don't remember having this much trouble when we came here in the Toyotas. Well. I think it was the first season we were here, the Toyota GT86 or whatever it was. I don't remember having this much trouble. I remember not liking it. I
went with that strategy, hoping less people would go with it.
But I don't remember not liking it this much. And it could be that these cars are faster, therefore harder for me on this track. Could be. I don't know. I wouldn't want to try an F1 car on this track because that would just be insane for me. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this track. And I keep saying that. I know that I keep saying that over and over, but I can't help it. I just dislike it so much. All right, we got what's that? 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go. Still not being able to figure out this turn.
You got a battle to deal with. Why don't you worry about that first?
Ooh.
Meanwhile, there's 5 of us pretty close back here.
All right, so we got a 20-second gap behind us to SHADOWWULF. About 20 seconds up to jumps, and there's really nothing going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward. Because this is just me driving around trying not to spin out.
Were you ready to jump there, Jim?
So but let's fast forward. All right, and while we're fast forwarding, we'll talk about, I don't know what you want to talk about. Okay, yep, doing fine. This is the first and only time that I screwed up the chicane in any of the races. So, it is what it is. And I shouldn't have fast forwarded. I mean, there's only like 4 laps left, so... But, it was getting kind of boring just watching me drive around on my own. And as apparently happens, careful, as apparently happens this season. Let's see how we do with the chicane this time. Much better. Actually, I had some good speed on that one, too. My tires started to wear out. Yeah, I expected that. And you watch my Delta over there, and it was green there for a second or two, and then not. Very, very much not. So yeah, the tires were an issue here at the last couple laps of the race. I don't know that issue is really the right word. I had to be able to slow myself down a little bit in order to take into account the less tire wear. Okay, so we're coming up. That was a chicane from the second to last lap. We're coming into the final lap now. I'm looking over my fuel and I'm like, ooh, I hope I got enough.
Me, but I helped myself.
That's that's gonna be close. And it is so funny because I noticed this in Ollie's video the other day, or when I was watching it yesterday. When it sped up and then you go back to normal speed, it looks so slow. Like this is the same speed as the whole rest of the race minus that sped up part. But it looks so careful. It looks so much slower now after watching the sped up part. But I promise it's not slowed down any. It's normal speed. Now I might be going a little bit slower because I'm trying not to spit out because of my tires, but not that much slower. It's hilarious. It's funny. It's funny to me. But yeah, I'm looking at my fuel going, it's going to be close. Luckily, I made a good guesstimate because I didn't know. I had no idea how much fuel I was going to need. I had no idea. The crap turn the last time. Careful, doing fine. Okay, spun the tires there a little bit, and it,
Heat of the moment, man. Heat
I
of the moment.
debated about halfway through the race. Should I even finish this stupid race? When I was last, everybody's finishing up. I was not really depressed. I was more irritated because I didn't like this track. I spun out again on the first lap. I didn't get spun out. I spun out
Jesus.
on the last lap, on the first lap again. Ended up in the back of the pack again. I was very dejected, I guess would be a good word to put it.
I
So,
wouldn't go after you because
this final turn is like, whoa, careful. And then I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm finishing backwards, by God. And then I hit the wall. I was like, I want to finish the damn race backwards. And there's a finish line right there. I was like, all right, fine. All right, so let's take a look at the final results. Okay, so here we are, the final results for the B main race. And as you can see, SMARTPIPE with the win. Good job. Again, Mr. SMARTPIPE getting 8 points. He apparently qualified on the pole, so he didn't change any positions. He won the race by 18 seconds. 18 seconds. Holy crap, SMARTPIPE. Good job. Good job. Marzin putting in a wonderful effort, coming in second. Jolo in third. Rebel Cowboy in fourth. Panda fifth. Ollie Parsley dropped 4 positions, but still 6th position. That's respectable. Kurt J. Mack again. He lost 3 positions as well, but top 10, not bad. Not bad. Still got a couple of points. Carl PC, Les Q's Powers. Rotorex jumps, and there I am in 13th position. I lost 7 positions. 7 positions. I don't like it. I don't like this track at all. SHADOWWULF and Viperian swap places. Viperian had to leave because of bad frame rates. Let's take a look at the fastest laps. Marzin got 1 point for having the fastest lap. Just barely edging out SMARTPIPE. Second lowest number I've ever seen. Of course, mine was the lowest number at .005. That was the difference between me and Mac in one race. But anyway, Ollie Parsley put in another 1 good lap. Good job, Ollie. Half a second off the fastest lap. And then here we are in 8th. We put in a decent fast lap, middle of the pack, almost exactly middle of the pack. How we do? First sector was decent. Second sector was just okay. And yeah, bad. Just bad. And then, of course, we look down here at the freaking lap chart. There I am. All the way down to almost last. And then, there's last. Then up. These are pit stops. And then there's my pit stop. And then finished up in 13th. I don't like this track. I didn't like this track then. I still don't like it now. I don't like this track. So now that we got all this finished up, let's take a look at the championship, the overall championship standings. And here we go. Of course, we got Sharky up top, followed by Cone Dodger. That gap is spread out just a little bit. I think it was a couple, it was a few points closer last week. And then, of course, you got Maestro and Servatus. They're all very close. Gem Knight and Piker, they're still within striking range. I mean, we're only halfway through the season. And we're also, this is the first week of the drop week. So it's, your lowest point total is dropped. So, Sharky's 4th place finish at Mugello is gone. So, whatever. So, yeah, there you go. There's the top 5. They're doing really well. And if you look all the way down here in 30th. Dang it. Oh, man, it's awful. It's just awful. Luckily, these points didn't count because it was just, just bad. 37 points. 37 points total. 37 points total. Which is like what these guys get in 1 week. I've got in 3 weeks. Down to 30th. I wanted top 12. I wanted to be up here with Noah and Neon and Rebel and Racer. I wanted to be up here. And all of a sudden I'm down here. God, it makes me want to cry. Only got 50 points to go. Only got to make up 50 points on these next 4 races, and hopefully these guys will just like quit or whatever. I don't know. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So goals be damned. I'm still going to try. I've made 1 A main feature main. That was week 1, and then 3 B mains in a row. So I'm hoping that here at Silverstone, which is what we're actually going to be doing next week, I'm hoping that hopefully that I can make it into the A main. Not a real big fan of Silverstone, but it's okay. It's all right. It is all right. But that's it. That's going to be the end of this episode. As always, I appreciate y'all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and I will see y'all next week for Silverstone.